Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look all the way back at the iPhone first generation. This phone shipped in June of 2007 but was introduced in January of 2007, which makes this phone 10 years old. It has a 412 megahertz Samsung processor. It has 128 megabytes of onboard memory, and it came in 4, 8 and 16 gigabytes. It took Apple 10 years to finally ditch the 16 gigabyte option. On the back, it has a very basic 2 megapixel camera. The back is aluminum with a black antenna bar at the bottom for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. On the front, it looks like just about any iPhone from the iPhone first generation all the way up to the 4S. It shares the same screen size. Obviously not a Retina display. This phone originally shipped with obviously iPhone OS 1.0, but can run all the way up to 3.1.3. This phone does have the App Store, but pretty much every app in the App Store is incompatible with this phone. You can see here in the camera that it does give you a live preview. There is no video function, just still images. You can see here that the shutter speed is actually quite decent for a phone of this age. There is no digital zoom. Opening up the photos here, you can see that you can share the photo by email or use it as a wallpaper. You can also use your gestures and rotate the phone to bring it up bigger. And you also can zoom in. Obviously, basically that is the Photos app. This is obviously a phone, so you can text and call and everything on that, no problem. And being iOS 3.1.3, it means you have the old school YouTube app. But as of 2015, YouTube changed the way that their videos are. So pretty much you'll just get this one video that's an error, and it will just tell you that you're not supported. But it is cool that I guess you can just watch one video. But eventually it'll probably be completely broken one day. But for now, you've got one video to watch, pretty much. What's great about this phone is even after 10 years, Apple still has all these servers up exactly the same as back then, meaning that you can access the iTunes store and download your music, or just sync them with iTunes. The latest version of iTunes is obviously supporting this phone still, so you can sync all your music and whatever else you want to sync onto the phone. About a week ago, AT&T shut down the 2G network, meaning if you put the AT&T SIM in here, you won't be able to call, as the network has now been shut down after 10 years. So basically, this will never work as a phone again, but you may be able to use it as an iPod to store music and other things like that. Email and everything work just fine. Safari also works, but is extremely slow due to the aging hardware and seeing how outdated this version of Safari is. But it does indeed still load web pages. You just got to be patient, and you might get the occasional crash here and there. If you're looking for multitasking, double tapping doesn't help. It just brings you into the phone app. There is indeed no multitasking whatsoever, or control center or notification center or anything like that. So the next iPhone was obviously the iPhone 3G and 3GS. This is actually a 3GS. There are noticeable differences between the two models. After that, they went to the 4 and 4S that look a little bit like this. They're glass back and front. As you can see, right here is the white version of the 4S. And then after that, they went to the 5, 5S, and also the 5C, which is a plastic phone, but the 5 and 5S look actually quite similar to the original iPhone. They're both similar, obviously different connectors and things like that. A lot better hardware, and a lot newer OSs and everything like that. But really, in 10 years, while a lot has changed, there are still very similar features like that reflective Apple logo that's stayed for over 10 years. When Steve Jobs showed off this iPhone in January of 2007, he showed it with a plastic screen, but Steve Jobs quotes, "I want a glass screen, and I want it perfect in 6 weeks." And that is how the iPhone came with a glass screen and has so ever since. Is this phone usable in 2017? Absolutely not. Not even SIM cards will work in this anymore, thanks to AT&T shutting down its network just recently actually, and basically its only use is an iPod Touch or just a collector's item. So I hope you enjoyed this video and a look back at the iPhone first generation. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time in another one of my great videos.